Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? It is Monday night. It is 7:01 p.m. It is 2 days until Christmas. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are in my area, you've probably been plenty warm. We've had some beautiful weather today. It's very nice. It is the Monday night stream. And part of the idea of what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be brainstorming January's Patreon theme. Today with the rain, it wasn't raining here in Reed Spring. It was absolutely gorgeous here all day. We didn't get any rain at all. How are you doing? Did you guys get a lot of rain up north? We had warmth and sun and beautiful, beautiful weather. No rain at all. It did. Yeah, I can't believe it. I wish we'd had the weather I had today on Saturday, because it got cold Saturday afternoon. It didn't rain tons, but it got a bit soggy in places. I can get that. In fact, all day I was like, it's supposed to rain today. It keeps not raining. But it was supposed to. It just didn't. So, yeah. It's supposed to rain all week also. Anyway, we're going to do January 25. Wah, 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 wah. That's what we're working on tonight. It's January 2025. Can you believe it is not just the end of 2024? Like, that's bad enough. Like, the fact that it is December of 2024 is crazy to me. The fact that it's 2024 is crazy to me. It's like, what? I'm completely open to absolutely anything tonight. I'm ready to get weird. Let's get weird with it. I'll draw whatever, you know? I've got time. I've got 3 months of free time basically till the market comes back. Although I will be working a part-time job. Had an interview today and got me a part-time job. I don't know what my hours are yet or my exact start date, but it'll probably be this week. So that's fun. I think I might go ahead and start where I always do and take a look at what is on the National Day calendar for January. Just give it a little peeps. I have nothing fully thought out, but my track record seems to be inspiration during live or at last minute. I learned a long time ago that if I plan things out too hard, everything's going to go off the rails anyway. So my best stuff is the stuff that I give myself just enough room to do fun interpretation with, but like I don't give myself a hard plan at all. I used to do so it's no secret. I talk about it a lot. I used to run a live action role playing game called Eldrinth LARP. And I ran over the course of the decade I was in charge of that game. I probably ran 150 to 200 events myself. And the ones where I really put a lot of effort into planning them in advance always sucked. So I just kind of got used to pulling it out of my butt. And that has continued over into Taco Viking. And so far has worked out pretty well, I think, for us. I think we've had some really great themes that have come up from it. So I try not to let it be too complicated. Also, I like having the participation, the Patreon audience participation in it. So January has a lot of stuff going on with it. It's, you know, the start of the year. And it's one of those things where, like, it's named after a god with two faces. And there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on in January. I'm going to start by looking at January's months. Ellis Island, by the way, opened on January 1st, 1892. I was going to say 1982. My brain was doing numbers funny. So January is National Store Brands Month, which is sponsored by the Private Label Manufacturers Association. So stock up on your white canned peas in January. That's a thing. It's World Health Esteem Month, which I'm not entirely sure what health esteem is. It's National CBD Month, so, you know, we can do a little wacky tobacco celebration for our health esteem. Soup, slow cooking. So, like, let's make some soup in a crock pot. Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. I feel like it's important that has its own month, but also that should be every month. National Braille Literacy Month. You know me, I like to celebrate accessibility, but maybe stickers aren't the best way to celebrate that particular thing. Hobby Month. Everyone's favorite hobby to make fun of is collecting stamps. But I get it. There's some really cool stamps. Hot tea, oatmeal, blood donor, menudo. I have to click on this to see if it's Menudo the food or Menudo the band. If Menudo the band gets its own month, I know what we're drawing. It's the food. It's the soup. Bath Safety Month. Black Diamond Month. Super Sunday Supper Month. Okay. I'm going to go down a tangent here. Because it's something that I think the world needs to have an official record on. The meals of the day. You have breakfast. And officially, whatever meal you eat, the first time you eat in a day is your breakfast. Because is the breakfast where you are breaking your fast, right? I thought maybe a twist on resolutions could be fun. Maybe they'll be really obscure or silly or resolutions as it relates to our help desk. Okay. I'm going to let that percolate in the background while I finish my rant about foods. And then after breakfast, if you have your breakfast at a standard breakfast time, which is before 10 a.m., is standard breakfast time. But again, whatever meal you eat first is technically your breakfast because you're breaking your fast. From 10 a.m. to noon is brunch time. Assuming you have already eaten breakfast, because you have to have breakfast before you can have any other meal, just by the nature of breakfast. A meal eaten between 10 a.m. and basically noon, those 2 hours, is a brunch. And then anything eaten from noon to 2 is lunch, okay? And this is your midday meal. Then, halfway between your midday meal and your afternoon meal, so usually around 3:30, you have tea. This is important. These are important things to remember. Then, at about 5 o'clock, you have dinner. Now, dinner may be earlier in the day. If you skip tea, then 3:30 would be a good time to have dinner. It's your afternoon meal. 5 o'clock is actually the latest you can have dinner. And then, before you go to bed at night, you have one more meal, usually around 9. And that is supper. It's when you sup. These are important terms that the world needs to know. And then a tangent could be a weird, quirky, funny, inspirational posters. The example I have is a pic of a raccoon that says, "It's trash can, not trash can." I like that a lot, actually. I'm writing down resolutions and posters. So when I first started doing art, actually, doing weird taco Viking motivational posters was a thing that I seriously was considering doing. I just chugged a cream soda for no reason. And that could be fun, because the thing with like those is if you were doing stickers, you would do them like, I don't know, kind of like, I'm thinking in my mind, this isn't necessarily what I would, the aesthetic I would go with, but the concept I'm going with is like Garbage Pail Kids cards. You know? And we got how many Saturdays? 1, 2, 3, 4. January is a standard 4-Saturday month. So it's a 5 sticker month. So we would do something like that, where you would have like little cards, motivational sticker cards that would have a kiss cut sticker on them, like a Garbage Pail Kids card. Not like, again, not necessarily that art style, but that same kind of concept. So I kind of like that idea. But that same concept like could work also with like weird resolutions. The reason is that it is a cream soda. Delicious. So my nephew loves cream soda. And every time they come down, I go get a 12-pack of cream soda. And he's a skinny little bird person as opposed to my big giant hippopotamus person. So he will drink maybe one cream soda. And then I have a 12-pack. I love Garbage Pail Kids. I had a small collection. Yeah, that's the idea, I think. So I think that's where I'm gonna go for this I think that's the sticker direction. So let's start with that idea. The concept of garbage, like a collectible card game sticker card idea for January. Like the art of Mad Magazine. I read a lot of Mad Magazine. Spy versus Spy is one of my favorite things. Just like, yeah, do. Spy versus Spy. Drawn from memory. Not particularly good, but it works. Here's a bomb. Thank you. So yeah, so let's do that. Let's do... Oh, another twist I forgot was the resolution, but for animals. So I think we have our concept. We're going to do cards, but resolutions, like I feel like we got to come up with what we're going to put on our cards, and resolutions or motivations are both really good things. Like resolutions... motivations. Because if we're gonna do like a funny characters card, I like, what would a hippo want to change, right? That's exactly where I was like, if we want to do funny characters cards, both of these lend themselves pretty well to it, because it's like animal resolutions. Like if you come up with an animal resolution, then we get to create a character for that resolution. So like if a hippo wanted to run a marathon, you know, we'd have like, I don't know, a hippo wearing a jogging suit and tape on the nipples to prevent chafing, running a marathon. you know, that kind of thing. It would be like hippo runner, or I don't know. Maybe a lion wants to give up meat, wants to go vegan, you know, vegan lion. Those are just like things that we could brainstorm out there. That's a possibility that would go down. I was at the flea market last weekend and they had a ton of older ones, like from the 80s. I was in love. I'm assuming you mean Mad Magazine issues. Did you buy a bunch of them? Because that's awesome. I didn't keep magazines. I bought magazines. I read magazines. I folded the covers into the picture shapes. And then I got, ooh, that would be a fun thing to make. Older ones equal Mad Magazine accounting for lag. Yeah, that's what I thought. I could totally make one of those too. The art print. The only downside to that is if I did that, you guys would want to fold up the art print. It was like, I could totally draw the art print to do that. I know how to do that really well in Photoshop. Actually, it makes it really easy to do it. You just draw the picture and then you split it in half and then draw the rest of the picture in. With the motivational stuff, you could also do fun characters. So like, if you had like, your example was actually a really good one. It's a trash can, not a trash can. So you would do like a little like picture of raccoons like in a dumpster, you know, something like that. I did not buy any, but I flipped through a couple. It's okay. It's okay. I think you're missing out. You missed an opportunity. But you know what? It's all right. Like, opportunities come around. If it was meant to be, they'll come back to you, right? It's like they say in Wayne's World. If you hurl and she bolts, she's gone forever. But if you hurl and she comes back, it was always meant to be. Hey. Help desk resolutions was another one that someone that was pointed out. The fold page. Maybe I'll do that as a bonus in the Patreon pack. I do love me a bonus. Ooh. Okay. So we want to do some like Garbage Pail Kids style cards. Card stickers, right? What if we went full embraced that like 80s 80s obscure pop culture aesthetic? We get into my roots here. So we really dig into that like whole thing. We do the whole theme that way. Like Taco Viking magazine style. But I think, okay, I gotta say, I think my brain, because my brain keeps circling around on it, I'm sold on weird resolutions. Although I want to hold on to motivational posters. Because I think we can come back to that at another month and have something really cool with that. I think there's something cool there. Or maybe we just work on them on or other stream nights. So I think resolutions are good the way I want to go. I think that's what's calling to me. It's January. Of course, keep in mind this is the January Patreon rewards, which means they will be shipped out on the 15th of February. So I guess a good question for you, for you guys would be, would you still want to be getting animal or help desk or whatever resolutions in February when the Patreon rewards go out? Or would you rather have something like motivation? Because I feel like the motivational posters idea, which again, lends itself just as well to the same concept, right? That feels more evergreen to me. Like you could do motivational posters whenever, however you want. So, you know, I'm open to a lot of stuff. Oh, hang on. Oh, I must have just loaded this page at the same time it came up in chat. Of course, what works out since you want to try to get a bit earlier on development. Right. I do want to try to get ahead before April. I would like to have, my goal is to try to get January, February, March, and April done in advance, so that by the time we start the market in April, I'm working on May. That's the goal. I want to have everything out of the way at least a month in advance. So that's what I'm trying. Resolutions are good. Motivations is good. I'm torn. I don't know what to do. I know we could do. Well, those who are watching or in Discord will see the resolution stuff as it is made, so Feb isn't too late for the resolutions. Yeah, but you won't get the art until the end, until February, and so it's like, I get it. But I tell you, I just realized I know how we can determine this. We have a way of coming up with randomizing decision making around here. We have a way of randomizing our decision making. So I'm going to put animal resolutions. I'm going to put help desk resolutions. And animal motivationals. And I'm going to put them on the wheel. Blah, blah, blah. We have solutions. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We know how we roll around here. We have our own spin on these decision-making techniques. Rotation joke. Oops. I think I just closed. Oh, there we go. Say reopening. The wheel always has to reload. It's always reloading on me. Do we want to add anything else? Is there any other type of resolutions that we might want to come up with? Is anybody got anything else they want to throw in there? You want to be like, oh, robot resolutions. I'm down. I'm down to clown. We can go the distance. Of course, we could also just be like demotivational. It could be. It's not something I'm excited about. It was your suggestion. Honestly, I'd rather do animal resolutions. And if you're okay with it, I'll just take that off and we'll have a 50-50 split. And I'll go 50-50 split and we'll spin the wheel and we'll decide which theme we're going with. And then we can spend the rest of this stream brainstorming the concepts for the individual things. All right. I'm going to give until 7:30. At 7:30, we will spin the wheel. Put you over there. And I'll shrink it down for now. At 7:30, we're spinning the wheel. 7:30, wheel spin. So if anyone wants to add a resolution class or a motivation class to the wheel, it has to be a resolution type or a motivation type. So you can be like, I would like to see squid monster resolutions, or what motivates the sand people of Guam. There are sand people of Guam. Then we'll do that. In the meantime, you want to know what I've been doing today? I've been very busy today. I discovered in my creatures of the day that the Finnish folklore monster, how do I pronounce this again? Hatia are elemental gnomes, and I had done a little thing for the video, and then I redid them all as big old stickers. It's like, this is my water elemental. Here's my air elemental. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Something just crazy just went down. I never lost internet connection, just all of my everything. Suddenly, like, the internet went out for the world, but not my connection. Like, I was still connected to the internet, but like Twitch was no longer there for me for a second. Did anyone else get booted, or was it just me? I am back. I am back. I just popped back in. Was everybody, did everybody lose Twitch? Because it was like Twitch just disappeared on me is kind of what happened to me. I was still connected to the internet. I had access to Google, but Twitch was gone. I don't know what exactly happened for my OBS or me for that to happen. Anyway, tree dude, fire dude, air dude, water dude, earth dude, death dude. It went to a blank screen, but I had a huge freezing spots right before. I wonder, I think Twitch had some kind of hiccup, which isn't surprising to me. I'm going to guess there is just a ton of people on Twitch right now with people being on the holiday and everything. But it is 7:30, and because we had the little hiccup, I'll go ahead and just like basically go one last call. Thank you. I'm gonna make a sticker pack. One last call for any kind of motivational or resolution to go on the wheel for the January theme before we spin it. We're torn between the two. Right now we've got animal resolutions or animal motivation posters. It started about the time you started talking about elemental gnomes. Oh, well, the gnomes did it. I have always enjoyed, this is the third time I've done the 100 Creatures Challenge. Just so everyone knows, this is the third time I've done the 100 Creatures Challenge. And I've always had fun doing it. But this is like the first time I've gone into it with like a fresh GM brain and have started really diving into folklore. I guess it's just the first time I haven't had a full-time job dragging me down. So I've really been diving deeper into the folklore on it this time and really enjoying it. I love folklore. All right. I'm spinning. Here it goes. I kind of want animal resolutions too. And it's going to be animal resolutions. Animal resolutions. So animal resolutions wins. So we will boop. Animal resolutions. Another future theme potential could be animals on vacation. Yes, it could, because animals on vacation would make a great summer theme, I feel. All right, we have 5 slots for animals. And what I think would be a fun way to do this is we come up with an animal Huh, it's weird. That time I dropped off my streaming connection to the Twitch servers, but I was still in chat. So I don't know what's going on there. Like I said, other than the fact that it is the 23rd of December and there's probably... Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for sticking around, although we are having some Twitch hiccups tonight. So where we're at right now, what we've got to do, we need to come up with 5 animals. I want to do the animals first. And like I was saying when it went down again, you know me, you got to twist my arm to make me draw an animal or a food dude. So what animals do you guys want to see as stickers in for the January theme? So I think one that has already been brought up, and I'm just going to go ahead and add to the list, is a hippopotamus. I don't know that I've drawn a hippo before, but I think I would love to. And I know what I will do this though is I want to draw a hippo, but they can't be a hippo that's going on an exercise cleanse. And the reason for that is because, you know, I love me some Animaniacs, some 90s WB cartoons. And there was a hippo pair that was like always seen in tracksuits running in that show. So I don't want to infringe on those guys. But what other animals do you guys want to see? I would love to draw animals for you. I don't know how far behind Twitch is now with all of the server hiccups that are going on. We'll see. I definitely have time. I think it might be dropping off again because the dashboard, here's what happens is the dashboard keeps dropping off on me. I don't know what's causing that. It's crazy when the dashboard goes down. So, yeah. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. I'm trying to think of some that are less commonly drawn by you. Yeah, so why don't we here we go. Here, let's go with a no list. We probably don't want to do any more birds. The heck? No more birds. A platypus? Platypus can go on the list. Platypi is allowed. Platypus. No axolotls. You are dressed up, looking spiffy. Thank you. I am, and I'm not. I have a large collection of ties and I love to wear them. And I had an interview today, so I did an interview and then was like, I'm wearing my tie and vest. I'm just leaving them on. I'm owning it. I'm gonna bring it back. Okay, kangaroo is good. Kangaroo works. Kangaroo. Gila Monster, who is trying so HOS tax for the year. HOS tax. Gila Monster. So I don't know what SOHOS tax is for the year. I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain that to me. I'm probably missing something very obvious, but I'm not the best at reading text shorthand. But yeah, I should have, okay, because you only get so many chances to wear your Santa puppy tie. I can wear his trying to do his taxes. What about mythical or legendary monsters or animals? I'm torn. It's fine. I get it now. Yeah. Well, I don't know that doing his taxes is necessarily a resolution. Although there are probably people out there like, yeah, my resolution is I'm gonna pay my taxes this year. I've never done that before. I'm torn on legendary mythological creatures. Here's why, is because that's a separate category in my art store. You have animal geeks and you have cute monsters. But there's a lot of overlap there, right? Like, if you believe that a moose is real because you have been lied to by the moose conspiracy world, the big moose, you would want to put a moose in animals, but I know that moose are cryptids and are therefore cute monsters. So if you want Loch Ness, I will draw a Loch Ness monster for you. I'll leave it up to you, the audience, to decide what is fair. They're your stickers. I love my joy in life is giving you stickers. So they're your stickers. I just get to draw them, print them, cut them, and mail them to you. So that's how I feel about that. If you think the Loch Ness Monster can have an animal New Year's resolution, feel free. Meerkat. Oh, Meerkat. Meerkat's a good one. I have to say that. Meerkat's a good one. So, I put Hippo on the list. So if you want to do Loch Ness Monster, I can take Hippo off the list and put Loch Ness Monster. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. Otherwise, we have our 5 for the January sticker pack. We can do mythical guys in another theme too. This will be fun either way, right? That's kind of how I'm like, to me, that makes sense. I would rather do real animals all across the board. So now the second half of this theme is their New Year's resolution. Possum. Some deny, defend, and depose stickers. That's cool. Yeti Detective has made some in Latin that are available on Redbubble. Would you rather have a possum than a hippo? Because I can put possum on instead of a hippo. So the second half of this, we have to come up with the resolutions. So let's work our way back up. What is the Meerkat's New Year's resolution? That's the next piece of the puzzle here, the next piece of the brainstorm. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like the sticker concept that we're going with is like I just knocked the pop filter off my microphone. The sticker concept that we're going for here is to do like 1980s collectible sticker style art on like a Garbage Pail Kid style card. So it doesn't have to necessarily make any sense. That's kind of the fun of it. Hippo wants to go to nursing school. Nursing school. Okay, I can probably draw a hippo nurse. I can probably make that happen. Ooh, if the hippo is okay. I don't want to go down the brainstorming path on the individual stickers yet, but just throwing this out there, my brain explosion already. If the hippo wants to go to nursing school, does that mean the hippo isn't yet ready to go to nursing school? Which means the hippo might be a teenager and thus a hippo candy striper. Volunteering at the hospital. But yeah, just go ahead and shout out your resolution ideas. They could, like I said, they could be anything. Maybe Platypus wants to learn Korean, or maybe Platypus wants to read 1,000 books, or maybe Kangaroo really just wants to spend more time working on themselves this year. Really just getting that self-care done. Or maybe Kangaroo's resolution is to, I don't know, hunt people for sport. I don't know what Kangaroo's resolve to do. Maybe they want to be hop higher. Maybe they want to be the world's hoppiest kangaroo. Feels a little like reductive for the kangaroo world, but that could be their dream. I don't know what kangaroo dreams of. Do kangaroos dream of Australian sheep? Oh, I might have actually hurt myself on that joke. What do meerkats resolve to do? Do they resolve to make sure that Pumbaa isn't farting too much? Platypus wants to learn an instrument. Kangaroo wants to try out ballroom dancing. Gila Monster wants to pay their taxes. I'm going to go do your taxes. I'm going to go Gila Monster wants to become an accountant. That was Leo's original thing, was Gila Monster trying to do their taxes. So Book Witch, did you have a resolution you wanted to see the meerkat performing for 2025? Because I'm down to draw just about any animal doing anything. Meerkat wants to go to the gym. Go to gym. Gila Monster wants to be a stand-up comic. I'm going to keep Gila Monster being an accountant because I feel like that is a goal that someone might set as their New Year's resolution that coincides with Leo's original request. That's why I'm doing it that way. Although, becoming a stand-up comedian, what's the deal with stand-up comedians? Why does everyone only think of Jerry Seinfeld? He's like the second worst stand-up comedian of all time. Gallagher. Why do we park in a parkway, park in a driveway and drive in a parkway? Smash a watermelon. I laughed at that so hard when I was a kid. So I think this is going to be our list. This is our list. This is a good list. These will be fun stickers. It is 7:48. Sounds great. Okay. It is 7:48. So we have some additional brainstorming we need to do. Going into these stickers. I like to normally do that when we're doing our actual sticker draw time though. Here is the $64 quadrillion question. Sticker pack is great and all. 5 stickers make a sticker pack. But there's one more piece of the Patreon pie that needs to be accounted for. What are we going to put on our 8x10 art print? Is one of the 5 the bonus? Yes. There are only 4 Saturdays in January. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. The 4th, the 11th, the 18th, the 25th, and then the 1st of February is a Saturday, which means there will be 5 Saturdays in March. So our next 6 sticker month is March. March will be a 6 sticker month. For Book Witch, who I believe is new here, the way the Patreon sticker pack works is it arose from our local market. Every Saturday, I would do a different exclusive limited edition run sticker that I would give away for free at our local market. And I had some people who were from out of town going, hey, if you opened a Patreon, I can't always come down to this market, but if you had a Patreon, I would pay to have you mail me stickers. So the Patreon, that's what it became. There's a sticker for every Saturday of the year, plus 1 additional sticker for each month. So if there are 4 Saturdays in a month, Patreon members get 5 stickers. And if there are 5 Saturdays in a month, Patreon members get 6 Saturdays or 6 stickers that month. Some months have 5 Saturdays in them, like March of 2025. And then there's also an 8x10 print that fits into the theme. So our sticker pack is these 5 animals. We got to come up with a cool print idea. What do you think about doing actually just a motivational poster for the print? I know motivational poster was also an idea as a theme, but like maybe some it's a zoo out there. So do your thing, like animal motivational theme idea. I don't really know what that would be off the top of my head because I'm not a very motivated person. But that feels like the kind of thing that might work out for. It's a jungle out there. The jungle out there. Ooh. What if I'm like, this is getting a little farther away from the theme. I was gonna be like, what if our print is just a little mini poster that says like welcome to the jungle and just has our motivational or our resolution animals on it. It's like all working in one big room trying to reach their resolutions. You know, over here lifting weights like a meerkat, ballet dancing, listening to someone's heartbeat as they do their taxes, play a musical instrument. It could also have a pun tied in with the bonus sticker, like if it were meerkat, it could use the word merely. So that's the problem with January. There's no markets in January, so none of them are officially the bonus sticker. You know what I mean? It's just a 5 sticker month. No one outside the Patreon is going to get stickers at all. Gila Monsters are the ones with the big thing around their necks, right? I don't know. The print is always the most fun and challenging part of the month for me. Doing a sticker character design, obviously that's like my bread and butter. And the print is always where the challenge comes for me. But like, I really do, I don't know. The December print just looks really good. So like maybe a similar concept, except instead of our beach scene, we have like a group of friends support group scene. No markets in January, as January makes me sad. It makes me sad too. And I am guessing because the no market in January makes you sad and your account was created 19 minutes ago, we know who you are. I can't guarantee that there will be absolutely no markets in January. They are working to have some bonus like events, but I can't guarantee there will be any either. I for one would love probably like a week or 2 weeks before Valentine's Day to do a Valentine's Day market. I think that would be a great time. It could be a play on the famous hang in there poster, but a different phrase and animal. I do like that too. I like that. I like that. I like that idea a lot, actually. I bet you do. um. Okay, so like one that I've seen that I really liked for that actual like thing, I've seen a poster that's very the same idea. That's a possum hanging by its tail that says just hang in there. And there was a possum brought up, but that's already been done. That's done. That's someone else's clever idea. I don't want to steal it. Even though I could draw it and it would be cute as heck. Cute AF. What else we got? What are other animals that hang? Ooh. Would it be too dark if I drew a little cliff like this and had a lemming? What are those little rodent dudes that jump off the cliff? Just jumping off, just yeeting themselves. Would it be too dark if we had them yeeting themselves off this cliff and just like take the leap? Would that be too dark? Would that make people sad? Yeet. Those are lemmings, right? Lemmings. I think I never thought those were real. I thought those were video game things until I saw an episode of DuckTales where I think Webby had one, or maybe one of the boys had one. Anyway, the whole episode was about lemmings. They are lemmings. It is lemmings. It was the whole episode about the lemmings like doing their jumping, their compulsion to jump off the thing. And then I was scarred by that until about 5 years ago when I found out that lemmings do not, in fact, yeet themselves off of a cliff. That is a hoax. Disney faked murdered Disney murdered lemmings for a documentary by yeeting them off a cliff. That being said, you know what else gets yeeted off a cliff sometimes? Buffalo, bison. The indigenous people in Montana to hunt bison had a really simple way of doing it. They'd scare them into stampeding off of cliffs. There's actually a part of Montana, a park in Montana called Buffalo Jump, that is a historic location where they hunted the bison like that. I like this concept for a poster, so I'm putting it in the mental banks, whether we use it or not, whether that's the route we go. So just so everyone knows, I'm making a dark motivational poster. Just jump. Just take the leap. Take the leap. What else can we motivate people? I was go. I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. I'm gonna look at some other motivational posters and see what type of things jump out at me. Every once in a while, and once in a generation, someone invents a new word that will forever be immortalized. And yeet was definitely one of them. Rock bottom means there's nowhere to go but up. That's a good one, but I'm not sure how to relate that to animals, unless that is related to the buffalo jump story I just told, in which case that's real dark. Dark comedy is forever allotted. It's always Tuesday somewhere. Let's put this on a new layer, actually. Just keep going. Speech therapy is my jam. There's actually some really cool ones. I just searched for motivational posters and already getting some pretty cool things. Like this one just has a whale on it and it says speech therapy is whaley good. I get that joke. I do. I think that's cool. Make it happen. There's no challenge too great for those who have the will and heart to make it happen. If you knew you could not fail, what would you attempt to do? We could go down a rabbit hole here really fast. There is an entire internet culture dedicated to taking edgelord movies and turning them into motivational posters. Like, quotes from the Joker, or worse, quotes from Heath Ledger's Joker from Dark Knight. Like, I saw one earlier that said, if at first you don't succeed, burn the evidence that you even tried. See, that's really clever. I wish I had thought of that. I wish I was the genius behind that. That's good. What if we had one with an elephant or a rhinoceros? Give him a little horn too, just in case. Like, going crazy. And it just is like, when all else fails, rampage. Rampage! I used to be running a Dungeons and Dragons game on Roll20 live streamed, and I had set up macros for everyone, and some of those macros included soundboard triggers, and I had set up the macro for the barbarian to use when they went into a rage that played the rampage sound from Archer, because I'm not just a nerd, I'm a super nerd. I know one thing going forward from tonight is that on Wednesday, I'm definitely wearing my puppy tie. I have a tie with Santa Claus puppies on it, and I haven't worn it in 2 years. Because you can only wear a Santa Claus puppy tie so many times a year, and when you don't wear ties anymore, everything is hard before it is easy. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Take charge like a stampede. That's cool. That's an idea. I think if we want to make it very punny, right? If we want to get real punny on it, one of the things we have to ask ourselves first is, like, just like we did with the stickers, what animal do we start with, right? Because I feel like the animal we use for the poster is going to be what determines what the motivational speech is. Because, like, that the relevancy matters, or the lack of relevancy matters, like the absurdity. So, like, if you did like a caterpillar, you know, that's where you get one of those inside every caterpillar is a beautiful butterfly kind of motivational posters. But maybe we twist that around and it's like, inside every caterpillar is a beautiful butterfly, except for you. You're an ugly moth. You know, be the ugly moth. I'm okay with being the ugly moth. It's fine with me. I will be the ugly moth like no one ever was. To train them is my real test. To eat the light my cause. So, like, take charge like a stampede works for a lot of different stampeding animals. Cows stampede. Woolly cows stampede. Tall cows stampede. That's right. I just referred to horses as tall cows. What else stampedes? What else will stampede? Miniature cows stampede. I don't know. I don't know what animals stampede. I really don't. I'm looking it up. What animals stampede? So really a stampede is when any large group of animals. Wildebeest stampede, so ugly cows. Ugly cows stampede. I feel like you have to be basically cow shaped to stampede. Like that's probably accurate. I think drawing a stampede is something that I'm being punished for not drawing thousands of aliens, and now you want me to draw hundreds of thousands of an animal charging at the camera. But joke's on you. I'll half-ass it and make it still look good. I have tricks for crowd scenes like that. Comic book artists came up with those a long time ago. Any other ideas? Any other ideas out there? Because I am definitely gonna have to start centering in on something here. It's already after 8. And if we don't settle in on something soon, Yeti Detective is going to show up drunk and he's going to throw an entire monkey wrench into these works. Ooh, how about wrench like a monkey? Oh no, I have no idea what that's about. Really, I don't. I will tell you, if I'm being completely honest, I am leaning towards one of these two. I like the rampage idea because I'm gonna pitch it. Put the will in the wildebeest, put the can in pelican. Those are good too. Those are good. Those are just good statements. Are you Googling animal-based motivational speeches? This is my pitch, and you guys can feel free to be like, no, we don't like it. I like the idea of the rampaging elephant being like a motivational rampage poster. First of all, because anger is an important emotion that I feel like people should express. Express your anger. It's okay. Release the rage, Mitch. But here's the other part is like, if we're doing a bubble gum, like bazooka bubble gum, Garbage Pail Kids, 80s collectible sticker style art for the month, which is the plan, I feel like an elephant or a rhinoceros. Actually, I'm leaning more towards rhinoceros because elephant's too close to the mammoth that I just drew the other day. I know Yeti's gonna come in here and explode about how mammoths and elephants aren't even remotely the same. Anyway, a rhinoceros, like all muscled out, roided out, raged out, just like throw like exploding pieces of stuff together. I feel like the art. I will say if I found it saying, okay. I feel like the art lends itself really well to that style, the theme kind of idea there. That being said though, like literally like wildebeests in a marathon race, like instead of just like a stampede, but like do full on like buildings, one busting through with like a broken, you know, tape finish line that just says lead the Stampede. Could be fun. Little characters in the background. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, that's also a really good one. So instead of take charge like a Stampede, what if it's lead the Stampede? It's hard to write in tiny things with an eraser. I'm sure I'm being entertaining when I forget to talk. Just doing some more searching to see if I can come up with anything cool. Although I'm pretty much, I think these two ideas are pretty good, and we could, that's good. So that is good. The lead the Stampede. Is that are we sold? Are we sold? Are we sold as a group? Because I'm like, I think I could draw it. I think I could draw it and have fun drawing it. And you know the rule: if I have fun drawing it, you'll have fun looking at it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Do we want to settle because you're leading the Stampede, you won't get trampled or stomped, or if you stop, you definitely will. Are we sold on lead the Stampede, or do we want to put them both back up on the wheel and spin the wheel? I think I'm sold on lead the Stampede because that idea comes from y'all, and the Rampage comes from me, and also I could draw that poster and then just have that poster. That's the fun thing. You like it. Okay. The fun thing about being an artist is that I get to make the art. So, like, ideas never have to die for me. All right, my pop filter's not going back on super easy, so I'm just gonna set it off to the side. It was underneath my chair, and I was ready before I was gonna roll over it when I roll around. All right, so I'm gonna put these on a note. Actually, I could bust open the sticky notes I got in my stocking. They say I thought I liked coffee, but it turns out I like creamer. So thank you to my sister-in-law. I'm pretty sure she's the one that stuck these in my stocking. And it's very true. I actually, except for the part about me ever thinking I liked coffee, that was never on the table. I have a lag, but I like Stampede. Okay, we're going to do that then. We're going to do the Stampede. I dig it. So, I guess that means we could probably, it's 8:15. It is 8:15 right now. We have some options. Can I do a poll? Can I do a poll on my bot? Let me find out if I can do a poll on my bot. Maybe we poll this crap. We have a couple of options. We can start brainstorming the first sticker of the set, or I could draw random stuff for you guys, for y'all right now. I tried liking coffee once and stopped when I realized it just doctored it up with lots of stuff. So I drink coffee in like a 20-ounce glass because I don't drink hot coffee ever. Like, I don't really like hot coffee. I'd rather have tea if I'm drinking a hot beverage. But I like caffeine. I want caffeine is what I actually want. I don't love coffee. I want caffeine. I hate the taste of coffee. It's pretty well known. I don't try to hide it. It's not like a thing where I think I've ever thought I liked coffee. That's just a funny joke because the last time my sister-in-law saw me making iced coffee, I had my big old glass thing. So we'll use this bottle. If this fill line is the coffee fill line, this much of the cup was creamer. Like a third of the cup, a quarter to a third of the cup was creamer before I put any coffee in it. I always put the creamer in first because the coffee mixes with it better. That's a trick I learned when I was hanging out all night at IHOP. But yeah, I don't like the taste of coffee at all. I don't want my coffee to taste like coffee. I want my coffee to taste like, I like it when it tastes like chocolate milk. For the most part. I used to have this stuff it was called skinny syrup, and I can't find it anymore. It's always sold out on Amazon, and when it is available, it's ridiculously expensive. But it's 0-calorie syrup, and you can still get skinny syrup. That's not what I'm missing out on. The stuff I want that I can't seem to get my hands on is specifically mint chocolate chip skinny syrup. That's what I want my coffee to taste like. And I've been told that my problem is that I drink American coffee, and American coffee sucks. That's what I've been told. So anyway, we have two options. Like I said, I don't care for the smell, so of course it's such a heavy smell in so many places. Yeah, I get that too. Stream Elements is taking forever to open. I have a bot on my a chat bot. Can I do a poll on Stream Elements chat bot? Uh-oh, apparently my internet just kicked off again. That's not good. Literally just got a notification on my phone that my skinny syrups can be found at places like TJ Maxx. Yeah, it's the specific skinny syrup that I want is the problem. It's the specific flavor. They always have French vanilla cream, and I don't want that. I want cream mint shake ice cream. There's a polls module. So that's what I want. I want green mint chip ice cream. Stream Elements dashboard. Am I back now? My internet popped up and told me it had disconnected again. It's bad. I haven't had problems with my internet in a while. Like I said, I think it might just be a network lag from so many people. Just being off for the holidays. I can't draw on this layer. I'm not on this layer, that layer. I want to draw on that layer. But that being said, they probably had the mint there recently. Ooh, you think it's seasonal? You think they have it in the winter? Or Christmas time, maybe even. That could be. It could be that it's seasonal, and I try to buy it in the summer. Because again, I drink cold coffee. Like I drink tea in the winter. The tea that I love that I can't seem to find in Missouri, and you can probably order offline, but it's more expensive online. It's Good Earth's matcha mate. And it tastes like orange creamsicles. So if I happen to see chocolate mint, should I snag up all I find? No, don't do that. Just let me know if you see it. I'll go get it. I'm okay. I'll go get it. I have a job. But I do love it. I love it a lot. So, oh, get off my screen. I'm trying to get to the thing where I can run a poll. I'm going to skip the poll because everything is running slow. I'm going to go ahead and draw a salamander on a pogo stick. Anyway, it was the only thing left on the wheel of requests from this year, basically. So let's do it. Let's just get it off the list. That definitely had seasonal ones because I took Pictus into City. Okay. That makes sense. It makes sense that they would have seasonal ones. Pogo sticks are shaped like this. But I want to get this off the list. Make sure everybody who had a thing they wanted to see drawn got to see it drawn. And also because it's already 8:30 and I don't mind having a nice start for Wednesday on the stickers. That said though, like, how many people want to have a stream on Wednesday? Like, is anyone going to be around for a stream on Wednesday? I will. Like, it's not a problem for me. I should be here. I don't know what my hours will be yet. The only days I know for a fact I will not work are Saturday and Thursday because I told them I wasn't available those days. So that's on the list there. So there might be some changes to the schedule, but I don't have any planned changes to the schedule right now. So right now I am planning to stream on Wednesday night. But if no one is available to stream on Wednesday night, then obviously couldn't do that. Poll. Nope. This is it. There's no polls to have. Is there just chat commands for a poll? We'll see that. I don't want to stream if no one's going to be available. If you guys are y'all are having fun with your families, there's no reason for me to log in, be here by myself, being a sad panda man. Sad panda man. I don't see a poll module at all. I think I was lied to by my phone. But you know what? You know what module does exist on my bot? This one. I'm pretty sure that's how that's supposed to work. I've never actually used it before. Eight ball. I won't be here. I'm going to go do karaoke. I would attend, but I don't think you would stream, so I'll be there if you do. Oh, the answer isn't so pretty. You know what else? I could use my other Christmas gift that I got from my brother and his wife to make a determination. Darth Vader, should we stream on Wednesday?
What is thy bidding, my master?
Should I stream on Wednesday?
Your thoughts betray you.
I don't know what that means. Darth Vader's not super helpful. I will not be available to be here Wednesday. Going to be spending the day distracting my mom from being sad. Oh. I will just be at home with my dog probably. That's kind of our Thanksgiving family stuff was done, or our Christmas family stuff was done at Thanksgiving time. And then we did a little thing for some people who couldn't be there at Thanksgiving yesterday. So, all right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I feel Wednesday night. Then I plan to. I just so everyone knows. Unless I am called in to do work, which I could be. It's a possibility, although unlikely at this point. I plan to stream on Wednesday night. We might not do any sticker design stuff for Patreon Wednesday. Maybe we'll just have a chill stream. Maybe we'll do something fun. We'll have some fun on Wednesday. Maybe we'll work on the print since that's already all decided. I had to look up what a salamander actually looks like because in my world, a salamander is a fire elemental. So like I had to go figure out what they actually look like, and they're little black frog lizards is what they actually are. So, you know, cute little dudes. I knew that they were amphibians, and I knew that they were actually cousins of the axolotl. The I don't know, it's not larval. Like the salamanders are amphibians, and they have a life cycle like frogs, right? Where they have like a baby phase, and then they grow in, they metamorphosis into a different animal. And a salamander's baby form is called a water dog. And the axolotl and the water dog look almost identical as creatures. They are very similar. But an axolotl is not the same thing. Axolotl do not grow out of being axolotl. They are related creatures, but they don't metamorphose into another type of animal, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I wouldn't use me as a source on your biology paper, though. What do I look like? Wikipedia? But I went and looked up what salamanders look like so I could draw one. There's little lizard dudes, little amphibian lizard dudes. They're not actually lizards. They have smooth, squishy skin, not scales. And this doesn't actually look like one at all, if I'm being completely honest and fair. To be fair, I was sitting at the table last night at dinner. I can't even remember what we were talking about, but someone said, to be fair, and I heard my niece under her breath go, to be fair. And I was like, yay, my niece likes Letterkenny. I could even do general theme ideas brainstorming for future months. That's true too. We could do that. Say we'll feel out what we want to do Wednesday night. We'll just have fun. We'll have fun little Christmas stream. Christmas is not a big deal to me as a holiday. I've spent it alone a lot. All right. Does this look like a salamander on a pogo stick to you guys? I think it looks like a salamander on a pogo stick. You know what though? This salamander needs some accessories, because you can't just ride a pogo stick. You can't just ride a pogo stick. You need to be wearing some headphones. attached to your Walkman. Not a Discman, because you would never be able to get good audio from a Discman when you're on a pogo stick. We can definitely have a little Walkman action. And then, of course, they're not going to be wireless headphones. Because what Walkman has wireless ability? This is the coolest salamander in 1985. You can't just have a Walkman. Walkman clearly needs to be attached to your belt. You can't just have it hanging from your side. You're not a magical salamander. You're just a salamander on a pogo stick. To be fair, are you old enough to remember the pogo ball from the 80s? I do. Yes and no. I'm old enough to remember it, but not old enough to have actually had like pogo ball when they were new. But I also grew up in a family that was thrifty, and so like had a pogo ball years after they were popular because they got bought at a garage sale. Yeah. Belt action. Should we go ahead and just make this belt a full-blown fanny pack? Have a fanny pack action going on. If you're a CD skip on pogo sticks, right? that's what I was like. I was like, it has to be a cassette tape. You can't listen to CDs on a pogo stick. I'm making this a full-blown fanny pack. Because how cool can you be if you're a salamander on a pogo stick and you don't have a fanny pack? Right? Like, obviously you need a fanny pack. Keep your stuff in while you're pogoing. Get your pogo on. And then we'll give them some little blotches, because salamanders are also basically black with yellow blotchy spots. So we'll just give them a little bit of blotchy spot actions on here, little spotty spot bits. There we go. This is a salamander on a pogo stick. They actually don't have, I'm looking at them again. Some of them just flat out have spots. Like, salamanders are kind of creepy looking when you get an up close picture of one. They have little cute faces, but if you don't see if you see the rest of them, that's not the cute face. It's kind of creepy looking. The pogo ball was awesome. I remember it working really well too. I also made me think of Saturn, right? It's just a ball with a ring on it. Whoa. Pogo ball. Let's put a little pogo ball guy in the background for you. You can't pogo on that pogo stick, salamander. Okay, let's ink him. Let's ink him. Black inking, and we want the pen we use. Other things that were called balls that were awesome. I was mentioning that, like, one of the really cool, like one of the big things when I was a kid, one of the things that became huge on the playground was the yo-yo ball. You could it had a little motor in it, so it would always yo-yo. No matter what, you couldn't not yo-yo it. And I remember when we were kids, we used to whip them at each other. Like we were going to beat each other with them. And it wasn't until I was in my tabletop role-playing nerd phase. Hang on. That's not an accurate statement. It wasn't until I entered into my metamorphosis into the early stages of becoming the tabletop role-playing nerd that I am that I've discovered that yo-yos were actually invented as weapons. Like, yo-yos were not toys. Yo-yos were weapons. And we could have been killing each other. And honestly, if we'd been hit by a yo-yo ball, which is a really heavy yo-yo, we probably would have been pretty severely hurt. I'm actually going to change this up. I'm going to bring another eyebrow in here. Like so. Love that drawing. Thank you. Drawing cute animals. I don't know how you guys get me to do it. It's so weird. It's so different for me. Bring that in. Where'd my there's my touch modifier. I was like, where'd my touch modifier go? Oh, that is too angry. That eye is too angry. I didn't want it to be angry. I just wanted it to be droopy. Because he's just getting he's just vibing. He's just vibing on his pogo stick. You know? Just having a day. Having vibes. As you do. I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all been pogging along on our pogo stick, listening to our chillest music on cassette tape. Almost said VHS tape. Just having a wonderful day. No worries in the world. Like, the only thing we might ever have to worry about is trickle-down Reaganomics. And that doesn't really impact us because, we're a salamander. He looks a bit like an herbalist. He's just vibing. He's got the vibes. He's just got those pogue vibes. When you pogue, everything's so chill. Hopefully he's not one of the many, many people who gets the pogue vibes. All right. all right. It's just the vibes. It's just good time having. Hopefully he's not one of the many people in Springfield who gets the vibes with the really cheap pogo sticks, if you know what I mean. The stanky pogo sticks I smell all the time at the market. Like, I don't mind it, y'all, but could you get something that doesn't smell like trash constantly? Oh, you know what else? I think I'm gonna color this guy in, but I think we are looking at a piece that could go into our coloring book. Skunkweed. no, skunk pogo sticks. It's pogging. I didn't say anything about weed. It's all about pogo vibes. I think this is definitely an image that can go in the coloring book. This is a coloring book enabled salamander on a pogo stick. Like, no joke, when I first lived where I am, I literally thought there were skunks in the area. Yeah, I My little brother's stuff was so stanky. I don't want to badmouth my little brother. He's got medical connections. So he uses prescription strength stanky weed. But it was strong. It was strong. And I was like, man, hit that vape. So here's what's fun for me about the fact that I know I'm actually going to work on a coloring book now. Like it's thing that's in my I am working on this. This is an active project. I think the first time someone asked me or told me they thought I should do a coloring book was back in like 2010, 2011. It was the same person who asked me to draw the Glinda, the portrait of her as Glinda the Good Witch. So, and that image is in my Zazzle store from 2011. So it probably was around 2011 was the first time someone was like, you know, you could do a kid's book or a coloring book. And it was an Animal Geek coloring book then too, even though I didn't really draw a lot of animals at that point. But her recommendation on what she thought I should draw was she thought I should draw like a 4th of July coloring book starring patriotic Narwhal. Just like a narwhal patriot, like Uncle Sam dressed narwhal. And so the fact that now it is 14 years later, basically, and I'm finally starting to work on a coloring book is pretty exciting for me. It feels like finally coming back to where I was supposed to be. I will admit there was a lot of my life while I was in Montana felt like it was on hold. So in a lot of ways, coming back and doing this has felt like picking back up from where I was supposed to be 10, 15 years ago. That is way too thick of that line. I don't like how thick that line came out. But I don't need those lines. I can go back away. But I do want to thin this out like that. That's better. And then, of course, I can thicken this line because it's the outside. So it's fun. It's cool. It's exciting. It's exciting world to be in. It's exciting to be in this world with you. I can't sing, but you can't stop me. All you would be able to do would be to turn off my stream. And I'd get it if that's what you wanted to do, 'cause I can't sing. Bloop. I like that I have basically drawn this hand on this pogo stick like he's revving a motorcycle by the hand throttle on the motorcycle. That's how pogo sticks work, right? You throttle, you have a hand throttle. It makes perfect sense to me. So I guess the next goal I have to work on is writing a children's book. I've been told the same kind of group of people that used to encourage me to do a coloring book also were heavily into encouraging me to write either a children's picture book or like a chapter book for like 2nd, 3rd graders. And I can see myself doing either one, you know. It can be fun. It can be fun to do either one. You got to pursue those dreams. Who's going to stop me? They can't stop me. Can't stop me now. A coloring book with quirky and funny phrases could be well received in times of high stress and anxiety, right? That's kind of, yeah. I bought my first ever adult coloring book. I hate that phrase because it was not an adult coloring book. It was a advanced coloring book. Actually, that's not entirely true. I bought 2 of them the same day. Anyway, I bought them during the lockdown. And one of them was Star Wars mandalas. And the other was literally a coloring book called F Off Coronavirus I'm Coloring. And they helped me a lot get through a lot of mental health stuff during that time. My friend wrote and illustrated a children's book, and it gave me motivation to be an artist. That's awesome. That's great. If I ever find I'm motivating, whenever people tell me I motivate them, I'm like, that's right, because everyone can be better than me. Because self-deprecating humor is how I deflect my social awkwardness. But it feels really good. Like I try very hard to encourage people. A lot of artists come through like the market, and I always try to encourage them to do things like the market as one thing. But just to believe in themselves and to pursue it and not let the overabundance of negativity in the art world stop them from trying. Because it is hard, but it's not impossible. And right now, the world needs it more than ever. Like this is when we need stupid art. They are, and it's a Star Wars mandala, so it's like Darth Vader's helmet and lightsabers and cool stuff. It's an awesome coloring book. I bet I still have it somewhere in one of my came back from Montana boxes. The F Off Coronavirus I'm Coloring also had mandalas in it, but it had other stuff too. Mandalas. I think is the proper way to pronounce that word. I don't know for sure. Okay, let's see. I gotta figure out. Yeah, that's the way this should go. This should go like this. Let's go like this. Come the bar out in front. That's what we want. We want that bar out in the front of the foot. And then another little foot action here. And this little foot comes like this, and that one can go over the bar. We can overlap. Picking that line up. Like so. There we go. And then these should be a little thinner because they're in the back, actually. But they're also outside lines, so not quite thin, but thinner than what I've got. Although that's overlapping. That's actually his belly line there. Belly there, not his. Yeah! Looking rad. Salamander on a pogo stick. I guess actually, salamander on a pogo stick is not the last thing that was requested, because Yeti Detective did misunderstand the assignment and posted in the Discord saying, is the theme animals on self-propelled transportation? If it is, I want to see a sloth on a hang glider. So I guess technically I've got sloth on a hang glider to add to the wheel. And then I have some stuff I could put on the wheel. Like After doing the sad hot dog the other day, I have the other school lunch foods to put on the wheel. So we could do a sloppy Joe, some chocolate milk, of course, taco. Thin that up a little bit. It's always fun when I remember that I can draw with my shoulder on the iPad also. You know, like you're supposed to. Anyone has never had an art teacher yell at them, you're supposed to draw with your shoulder. Your art teacher should yell at you if you don't. It's just good ergonomics. And it gives you a little bit better, smoother line control. You know, all that jazz. But not jazz lettuce. Because this salamander's just vibing on some pogo vibes. Salamander don't need no jazz lettuce. None of that electric cabbage. Oops. A few years ago, when I was working at the Department of Revenue, we had a public relations officer who was a former anchor man. And he would always just refer to things being jazz. He's like, you can't trust him. He's on the jazz lettuce. It wouldn't even have to necessarily be relevant to the situation or the conversation. It just is what he would say. I mean, that sounds fun. Could do another animal that is parachuting. Yeah, definitely could. Like, that's definitely doable. I guess we have stuff we can put. We're gonna do a thing. I wonder what he's doing now. He left the agency because his wife worked for the Biden administration as one of their Bureau of Native Affairs lawyers. So, worked with the tribal governments. So they moved to Washington, D.C. to be a Biden administration lawyer. I have no idea what he's up to these days. I should reach out to him, especially since obviously they won't be working anymore. Okay. Do I want to do these? Yeah, I'm going to, because then they can be colored in as part of the coloring book or art. So let's go ahead and draw these little splotches in. On the skin. You know, a fanny pack probably had that plastic clip rather than a belt with a buckle. You're right. It 100% definitely did. Definitely had the little plastic clip instead of the buckle. That's okay. I'll fix it. Because you are right. But now that I know how to draw buckles well, I want to draw them all the time. If you are a regular viewer of the streams or VODs, you know that I didn't know how to draw belt buckles like a week ago and had to look up belt buckles and find reference images and figure out how to do it. It was a whole thing on the stream. I definitely had it done wrong. Like there. Bring that back like that. The little clippy belts are way easier to draw because that's basically it. That's basically a little clippy belt. But maybe we could bring this over here and have the little end coming off like that. I made it too big. I didn't, but it was a great buckle. Thank you. I didn't give it enough room really to do a little clippy on there. Clippies should be smaller, but I wanted it to be the same spacing. And we're going to come down. This is a salamander belly line. Like that. The same spot roughly. Curve it like this. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. And then one more leg splotch here. And let's add some splotches to the arms just for some static design consistency. There, and we'll do one there on this foot. And I'm gonna just come in here because these are outside lines. And I'm just going to add some nice thick bold outside lines to the bottom half of this pogo stick. For those pogue vibes. Should I confess that I have never been successfully able to pogo a pogo stick in my life? I mean, I didn't claim that I could or anything. I just feel like if I'm being radically transparent, which I try to be most of the time, I should share. I am not an accomplished pogoist. I definitely have never successfully pogoed. Not even once, like not even to be like pogo, 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 pogo. Like, no, it's like pogo fall over. And I'm a little afraid that in my current age and shape, if I tried to pogo and change that fact about myself, I might actually die. And so I probably will never pogo at this point. Pogoing is probably beyond me. I will go to my grave having never pogoed. I will be a non-pogoing person. And if I'm being completely honest, a part of me is very sad about that right now. Like, I feel like I missed out on my prime pogoing years and could have learned to pogo at some point. Another theme could be a mashup of similar words. Like, I just thought of one hearing you say salamander, combine him with an orange, and now he's a salamandarin. Ding. That's even funnier because let me tell you, mashing it up with an orange is even funnier because I hear salamandarin and my brain goes to the Mandarin, like the comic book villain. Okay. That's some good line art there. Let's color this dude in. Let's lay down our bases here. Salamanders are typically black and yellow, based on my tentative Google search. But it looks like they might also be able to be different colors depending on what water they grew up in. Anyway, I'm gonna use like a navy blue, I think. A navy blue and yellow. Maybe not even that dark a blue. We'll go lighter even than that. That's more like, that's the blue I want, I think. And then I also don't think their bellies are actually white, but a different color than the rest of them. But I think this one's going to have a belly that's a different color. I think that's the route I'm going to go. Because I'm that kind of guy. Trying to get an image of a salamander belly. I know they definitely have the same colors with spots pattern on their belly, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm living with it. Add a touch of Star Wars, and now he's a Salamandalorian. Oh, yes. I like it. So I'll go with our yellow. And it's going to make his belly yellow. Again, not a biologically accurate salamander color scheme, but the one I'm using. And then we'll do gray on these headphones. And I'm actually going to go full black on these bits. Like this. And up here. And then we'll go and grab that same gray for the belt. And the clicky thing. Clicky part of the belt. And then I think orange on these buttons. Orange and kind of a gray. I think I remember having a Walkman, or more accurately, a generic cassette player that had like orange and gray was the color scheme. And I think like an electric blue on that fanny pack. Obviously, pogo sticks are pink. I don't know why. I just feel like that is true, and anyone who refutes it is a liar. Rubber bits are dark colors. And springs are steel colors. Like that. There's my flat colors on this pogo stick. He's a part of the Taco Viking universe. That's right. In the Taco Viking verse, anything is possible. Salamanders are yellow belly. He's a yellow belly salamander. The yellow belly classic, the classic yellow belly pogomander. Everyone knows you have to watch out for the deadly yellow bellied pogomander. You don't want to get caught up in that. Could be bad if you get caught up in the vibes of the yellow bellied pogomander. Not because the pogomander is a bad dude, but like, I used to buy cassette player radio daily. Cool. Does it have orange buttons? There's nothing like, the pogomander is not a bad dude, right? Like, you don't like, it's not, you're not worried about getting caught up in his vibes because he's a bad dude. You don't worry about getting caught up in his vibes because he's like a lotus eater type situation. Like, his vibes are so chill, you'll never want to leave. And that's cool if you're a pogomander. But for everyone else, like, we got stuff to do besides pogoing. We can't just pogo all the time, pogomander. Also, I don't know about you, but every time I say Pogomander, I'm pretty sure I'm inventing a new Pokemon. If I say it often enough, the next Pokemon games will have a Pogomander in them. I'm using this blue as my shading color. I'll multiply this layer in a second to do the shading, but I like having a nice cold shade. I've talked about this on the stream too many times to really get into again, but I like how I do my shading. I like how I do my cell shading. It makes me happy. I'm just gonna fill this shade in this whole fanny pack thing here. I've been really happy with a lot of the stuff I've been working on lately, especially in the shading department. I've been really enjoying it. I feel like I've spent a lot of time working on getting better at shading this year, and it shows. Like, I feel like it's paying off. The practice pays off. I feel like my line art has gotten better this year. It's been a year of growth for me as an artist, just across the board. And I'm able to do that because of you guys. Everyone in the stream right now has played a part in supporting me and helping me grow and do this stuff. So I really appreciate you all. I do. So thank you very much for your support and encouragement and conversations and chill vibes and all that good stuff. It means a lot to me, and that's what I'm looking forward to most in the new year. That's my New Year's resolution, is to continue to appreciate how awesome all of you are. You can make trading cards. Maybe Pogomander needs to happen. Oh, that's true. I can make trading cards. As long as they don't use black on them. And I only have tarot card stock, so they'd be tarot card size, but I think I'm okay with that. Could make a Pogomander trading card. Maybe he will get so popular that he gets his own coloring book or comic book or coloring comic book. Dang tootin'. Maybe he will be the January's coloring calendar page. Maybe Pogomander isn't just a Pogomander. Maybe his New Year's resolution is that he's going for the record. The Pogomandering Pogo record. He knows how you see him as just a vibes dude. But he's going for the record. He wants to prove that he's not just about the vibes. He's got goals and ambition in life. Basically, in my mind, Pogomander now stars in a movie, like a romantic comedy about Pogo. And he's trying to win back his girlfriend, who thinks he's all about just vibing out and doesn't take life seriously, and he has no ambition. So he's like gonna get this Pogo record to prove to her that he's more than just the vibes guy. Basically, I'm talking about the plot of Run Fat Boy Run, but with Pogomander instead of Simon Pegg. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. I want this layer I just made in between these. Although that layer I could just moved it down. But I do have definitely want my highlight color underneath my line art layer in case I go over the line art, which I often do when I'm highlighting. I'm just coming in and adding in some real subtle, some highlights. They're not subtle until you adjust the layer properties, but they will be subtle once I adjust the layer properties. And just adding some highlights in. I don't always add highlights, but I just felt like Pogomander could use them. I felt like he needed some highlights in his life. It's the vibes, you know? He's got the vibes, and the vibes demand highlights. So just a little bit of nice, warm, subtle highlights is what I'm going for. I'm just going to come in here. I'm just even go soft light. Yeah. That's perfect. That is perfect. I think one thing I'm going to do, I haven't had to do this for a while, but I think Pogo Mander's making me do it. I think I'm going to just do a little hard, solid black background behind him. I feel like there's a little bit of haloing. Oops. And I don't want that haloing. No haloing. And I also forgot to fill in his eyes. So it's a good thing I did this, because then now I can fill in his eyes. And we'll come back to the color layer. There we go. There we go. I love Simon Pegg so much. Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorite movies. 100% with you. I love Simon Pegg. I love Edgar Wright as a filmmaker, as a director. Because if I'm being completely honest, I love the Cornello trilogy in general. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and At World's End. But I am ultimately a hardcore millennial, and my favorite Edgar Wright movie doesn't even have Simon Pegg in it, because it's Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Scott Pilgrim is the best comic book movie ever made. I said it. Those are my brave words. All right. It's 9:15. So we are probably going to be calling it for the night. But Salamander on a pogo stick is looking real rad. And you know, that's what he says. If I come over here, I'm just going to come over here and be like, rad. Salamander on a pogo stick is rad. Thank you for coming and hanging out tonight. Thank you for helping me brainstorm the January Patreon theme. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with these resolution animals and our Lead the Stampede motivational poster. If you are watching this VOD and it is not yet January 1st, if it's still December of 2024, it is not too late to get your hands on some Aliens in the Ocean. Aliens in the Ocean is our December theme. You have until midnight, December 31st, going into January 1st to join the Patreon. Anyone who is on the Patreon by the end of the month will get the Aliens in the Ocean sticker pack. And if you sign up for the print here, you can get the print also. I will be back more than likely. I will make sure, join the Discord. If you are not currently a member of the Discord, that is the best way to find out what's going on with the stream. I post there more than anywhere else, mostly on stream stuff. I almost never forget to post there. Always forget to post everywhere else the last minute. So more than likely, I will be back Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I will let you know if I am not going to be for whatever reason. The only reason I will not be here is if I am working. Like I said, I did get a part-time job. Got a part-time job. I'm going to make pizzas. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday evening. If you still have holidays to celebrate, happy holidays and wonderful, joyous new year. Come back and visit me Wednesday. If you can't make it Wednesday, come back and see me Friday at 7. This is where I would normally plug that I'm at a market, but I'm not going to be at a market anytime soon. But if you want to get your hands on Taco Viking merch, you can head over to tacovikingstudios.com and pick it up there. Again, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I have had a lot of fun drawing dumb drawings for you. Go out to do something amazing, and remember, as always, stay weird. I'll see you next time.